I'm just I'm a lot happier. For anyone that watched the game, obviously Cowboys pulled it off 20-17, and Greg the Leg with the buzzer beater. And
redemption.
Yeah, like you said, I think you said it, AJ. He still needs to give me a bit more. I'm still nervous when he goes out there to kick the ball. Those 2 missed field goals week 1 are just those were just too fucking far away and such bad misses that it still makes me nervous when he's up there. But a little bit redemption. I was nervous. My butthole was puckered when he was walking out there to boot it. I was hoping that we would score it.
That makes a change.
Yeah, right.
It was a far goal. A field goal too.
Yeah, 56 yarder. That's no chip shot. 56 yards is I'd say anything over 50-year percentages start dropping quite drastically. So
well,
good on him.
I was going to ask you what you thought about it, but since we're talking about it right now and not go through chronologically
you
the game.
You can't go chronologically. It was the biggest thing that had happened. It's our instant reaction. We're flying high off it.
So the thought of them going for it at that time, burning the clock down. I mean, I do recollect myself saying that it was their last drive, and it was their last drive. But because if he missed it, do you think that they were just counting on OT?
It was weird. Like you said, the very last, I thought their very last, like the last 20 seconds was weird. They probably could have got a timeout off and then tried to get a little bit closer. I found it really weird that they ran the clock down and then went for it for 56 yards instead of giving it one last go with 2 timeouts or one timeout. They
obviously have more faith in Greg than we do.
Well, they must. It was just strange.
And that's and obviously coming off of last week's game where Greg the Leg definitely left his leg at home and he didn't show up. It was just a weird. It was just weird for them to really rely on Greg the
for
Leg.
56 yarder. If it was me, I would have tried to get at least 10 more yards. And they had that extra. They had one more timeout, right? Like they could have. Their whole playbook's open at that point. You can you can pick any play in your playbook, and it doesn't hurt you if you get down in bounds. The only thing that if they went for it and tried to get more yards, the only thing that would have really fucked them up is if they got sacked.
Yeah, so obviously, kind of going back to it, the idea that put our faith in the kicker. Greg the Leg has hit that type of kick before, so no problem. Let's give it to him. And the possibility of giving it to Zeke or even TP20 or having Dak throw it, too much of a risk at that juncture.
What's his career longest?
Because in the 60s, it's in the, like 62 or 63 is career long. I mean, they ended up making the kick. They ended up winning, so they played it perfectly. It was just weird how NFL games usually go at the end. You're trying to get, obviously, as close as you can for your kicker, and they kind of just wasted 20 seconds at the end of the game and then called a timeout with 4 seconds left. So
I mean, obviously, whatever the calls that they were making were the right ones because they won the game.
I think I saw 66 there, AJ.
Oh, did you see?
Sounds about right. 61. So, I mean, that's only 5 years or 5 yards longer than what he just kicked. So,
that's up there. 56 is up there.
And he's been kicking, like, he kicks 56 plus a year, basically, except for last year. So, he's got a good leg on him, considering his stats.
Greg the Leg. He's actually in NFL history. He's up there as one of the more consistent kickers. So, but he settled. He made me feel a little bit better because I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum compared to last week. At the end of the game, I wanted to fucking kill the guy. I'm pretty happy that he made the kick, and it was awesome.
So you got to be happy with the win.